ICE agents are routinely wearing masks these days when they're on duty. Sometimes they wear police vests, sometimes they just wear plain clothes, and it's increasingly setting the community on edge. Now, there's a reason they do this. People online might try to make an example of an officer who engages in conduct they don't like by doxing them or publicising their identities and personal details online. That can ruin people's lives, but that can happen to any police officer. Why should ICE agents get special treatment? The Department of Homeland Security says...
Just got breaking information from DHS saying that assaults against agents and officers are actually up 1,000% when you compare it to this time last year.
OK, so that's a good reason. A 1,000% increase in assaults, that's a big deal. Except notice they're only using percentage increases, not raw numbers. I wonder why. Maybe it's because they're comparing the numbers to only 10 assaults on ICE agents in the first 6 months of last year, which means there actually only been 79 assaults in the first 6 months of this year. And to put that number in context, NYPD, which has about twice as many officers as ICE, had about 1,000 assaults in the first 6 months of this year, 12 times as much. I'm sorry I don't have more up-to-date stats than going up to the first 6 months of this year. ICE refused to release them. I wonder why. Furthermore, what ICE calls an assault can be a little different from what you or I might call an assault. For example, this is a video that DHS themselves tweeted out to showcase a heinous assault.
Saying that this man assaulted federal law enforcement officers with a weed whacker, calling media coverage a completely slanted portrayal. They posted another angle where you can see the man running with the weed whacker. It doesn't necessarily show an assault that we can tell. This man, now confirmed by NBC News to be Narciso Barranco, a landscaper working in Santa Ana.
Not much of an assault there. And by the way, don't think that was a one-off. There have been a number of these so-called assaults that have been publicised. When you see the video, you go, that ain't an assault. It's just an old lady just placing her hands on an ICE agent. Anyway, I don't want to give you the impression that ICE agents have nothing to fear, because they do. ICE facilities have been shot up a number of times this year.
Targeted violence, that's how the FBI is describing this morning's shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas. One ICE detainee was killed, 2 others were hurt.
And while ICE resolutely refuses to give any examples of ICE agents actually being doxed, I do find it easy to believe that that may well have happened. The question is, though, how do you strike a balance between providing officers with the protection that they need while not creating unnecessary antagonism between law enforcement and the community?